Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnav vrinda ki jai. नमा ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय तस्यारविन्दनयनस्य पदारविन्द किञ्जल्कमिश्रतुलसी मकरन्दवायुः अन्तर्गतस्वविवरेण चकार तेषां संक्षोभमक्षरजुषामपि चित्ततन्वो नेहयत्कर्मधर्माय न विरागाय कल्पते न तीर्थपदसेवायै जीवनपि मृतो हि सः प्रसङ्गम् अजरं पाशम् आत्मनः कवयो विदुः स एव साधुषु कृतो मोक्षद्वारम् अपावृतम् तितिक्षव कारुणिका सुहृदः सर्वदेहिनामजातशत्रवः शान्ता साधवः साधुभूषणाः सतां प्रसङ्गान् मम वीर्यसंविदो भवन्ति हृत्कर्णरसायना कथा तज्जोषणादाश्वपवर्गवर्त्मनि श्रद्धारतिर्भक्तिरनुक्रमिष्यति हासं हरेरवनताखिललोकतीव्र शोकाश्रुसागरविशोषणमत्युदारम् सम्मोहनाय रचितं निजमाययास्य भ्रूमण्डलं मुनिकृते मकरध्वजस्य मद्गुणश्रुतिमात्रेण मयि सर्वगुहाशये मनोगतिरविच्छिन्ना यथा गङ्गाम्बसोऽम्बुधौ लक्षणं भक्तियोगस्य निर्गुणस्य उपाधृतम् अहैतुक्यवहिता या भक्तिपुरुषोत्तमे सालोक्यसारष्टिसामीप्य सारूप्यैकत्वमपि युत दीयमानं न गृह्णन्ति विनामत्सेवनं जनाः यन्नामधेयश्रवणानुकीर्तनात् यत्प्रबलनाद्यत्स्मरणादपि क्वचित् श्वादोऽपि सद्यसवनाय कल्पते कुतः पुनस्ते भगवन्नुदर्शनात् अहो बत श्वपचतो गरीयान् यज्जिह्वाग्रे वर्तते नाम तुभ्यं ते पुस्तपस्ते जुहुवु सस्नुरार्या ब्रह्मानुचुर्नाम गृह्णन्ति ये ते हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण. So, dear devotees, we are continuing our study of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 20th, entitled Conversation between Maitreya Muni and Mahatma Vidur. And we are going to start from verse number 16. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.20.16. Shri Suta Goswami is describing to Shaunakadi rishis, and this conversation is being is The conversation that Sri Suta Goswami is telling Shaunaka Rishi is actually a conversation that took place at Haridwar between Sri Maitreya Muni and Mahatma Vidur. Before Krishna ended his pastimes in this world, he met with Sri Uddhav at Prabhas Kshetra under a people vriksh. At that time, Sri Uddhav asked many questions about transcendental knowledge to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna answered all those questions, and along with Uddhav, Maitreya Muni was fortunate to hear the words of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna then instructed Uddhav to go to Badrinath and associate with Naranarayan rishis and other sages living there. And also told Uddhav that Maitreya Muni will instruct this knowledge to Mahatma Vidur in the future. On the way to Badrikashram, Uddhav goes to Vrindavan. And there in Vrindavan, on the bank of Yamuna, he meets Mahatma Vidur, who is on pilgrimage. And throughout the night, they are conversing about Krishna, expressing their love for Krishna. And in the course of their conversation, Uddhav tells Mahatma Vidur that Krishna gave me transcendental knowledge before departing from this world at Prabhas Kshetra under the people tree. Uddhav says this, and Vidur says, I want to hear what Krishna told. And Uddhav tells Vidur that actually Krishna told me that this knowledge will be given to you by Maitreya Muni. So you better go to Maitreya Muni. And I better go to Badrinath because that is my Guru Pradatta Seva Sthali. So Uddhav goes to Badrikashram and Vidur goes in search of Maitreya Muni and finds Maitreya Muni at Haridwar. And this conversation is taking place at Haridwar between Maitreya Muni and Mahatma Vidur. This conversation is being told by Shukdev Goswami to Parishit Maharaj. Also, Suta Goswami heard and later on told it to Shaunakadi rishis. So that is the context. Text 16. Tasya nabhera bhut padmam sahasrar koru didhiti sarva jivanika yauko yatra swayam abhut swarat. Translations and purports by our beloved founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. From the navel of the personality of Godhead Garbhodakshay Vishnu sprouted a lotus flower. Tasya Nabher Abhut Padmam. How did the Padma come? Tasya Nabher. Remember in the previous class we concluded with how the Brahma Anda, golden egg, the universe was floating on the Karan Sagar, causal ocean. And Ishwar, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, entered into the Brahmanda. So then what happened after Garbhodakshay Vishnu entered the Brahmanda? Tasya Nabher means Garbhodakshay Vishnu's navel, Abhut Padmam, Abhut Padmam, a Padma, a lotus came. And the Padma, the lotus, was not an ordinary lotus flower. It was very effulgent, like thousands of suns. Sahasra Arka. Arka means sun. Sahasrarka, thousands of suns. More than that, Uru, more than thousands of suns it was blazing. This lotus flower is the reservoir of all conditioned souls. Sarva Jiva Nikaya. It is the resting place of all the jivas, all of us, conditioned souls. Not the Nitya Siddha, but the Baddha jivas like us. Our resting place is this lotus that sprouts from the navel of Shri Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So that is our Nikaya. That is our resting place. Sarva Jiva Nikaya. This lotus. The lotus flower is the reservoir of all conditioned souls. And the first living entity who came out of the lotus flower was the Swarat, the all powerful Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma. Therefore, he's called Swayambhu because he doesn't have material father and mother. He came from the lotus that sprouted from the navel of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Now, the purport is very important. So please listen carefully. Everybody is attentive. Hare Krishna. Purport. It appears from this verse that the conditioned souls who rested within the body of the personality of Godhead after the dissolution of the last creation came out in the sum total form of the lotus. So, previously, the devastation that took place, universal destruction, annihilation, pralaya, the jivas that did not become liberated, jivas that remained baddha, conditioned, they entered into the body of Lord Vishnu. And now they came into that lotus. This is called Hiranyagarbha. Lord's name is Hiranyagarbha because this golden Padma comes from his Garbha. The first living entity to come out was Lord Brahma, who is independently able to create the rest of the manifested universe. So, primary creation is done by Lord Vishnu. All the material ingredients are there. Kal is provided, modes of material nature are provided by Lord Vishnu. And then utilizing all these ingredients, earth, water, fire, air, ether, etc., Brahmaji creates the 14 planetary systems, the different species, the different Prajapatis from whom all the species come. The secondary creation is done by Lord Brahma. Primary creation is done by Lord Vishnu. Primary creation is called Sarga. Secondary creation is called Visarga. Atra Sargo Visargascha Sthanam Poshanam Utaya Manvantareshanukatha Nirodho Muktir Ashraya. 10 topics of Bhagavatam. The lotus is described here as effulgent as the glare of thousands of suns. Sahasra Arka Uru, more than thousands of suns, it is effulgent. This indicates that the living entities, as parts and parcel of the Supreme Lord, are also of the same quality, since the Lord also diffuses his bodily glare known as Brahmajyoti. So important. Srila Prabhupada is making a very important point that Krishna is very, very effulgent. Therefore, where Krishna is there is no need of sun and moon. Na tad bhasayate suryo na shashanko na pavaka yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. Not needed because Krishna is all effulgent. All the planets of Krishna are self-effulgent. So sun and moon is not required. So Krishna is so effulgent that the whole Brahmajyoti comes from him. Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadanda koti. The Brahmajyoti is the prabha, the effulgence of Krishna. So Krishna is very effulgent. But we, the jivas, are part and parcel of Krishna. Mamayamsha jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana. So Srila Prabhupada is saying Krishna is fully effulgent, and we jivas, being part and parcel of Krishna, we also have tiny effulgence. If Krishna is infinite lumens brightness, we are one lumen brightness. We are finite. Anu. Krishna is infinite. Vibhu. But because Krishna is all effulgent, we are also somewhat effulgent. Now you take all these inherently effulgent jivas who are parts and parcels of Krishna and pack them up in this lotus. Naturally, when so many jivas are packed together, they are all spirit souls. The um, lotus is going to become very, very effulgent. That is the meaning of Sahasra Arka Uru, more than thousands of suns brightness, because so many jivas are packed. Jivas are also effulgent, being part of Krishna. That's what Prabhupada is saying. This indicates that the living entities as parts and parcels of Krishna are also of the same quality, since Lord diffuses his bodily glare Brahmajyoti. The jivas also made the lotus glaringly effulgent. The description of Vaikuntha Lok, as stated in Sri Bhagavad Gita and other Vedic literatures, is confirmed herewith. In Vaikuntha, the spiritual sky, Paravyam, there is no need of sunshine, moonshine, electricity, or fire. Every planet there is self effulgent like the sun. Text 17. सोनुविष्टो भगवता यशेते सलिलाशये लोकसंस्थां यथा पूर्वं निर्ममे samsthaya svaya. When that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, was lying on the Garbhodaka ocean, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, entered the heart of Brahma. Brahma, Lord Brahma, brought his intelligence to bear, and with the intelligence invoked, he began to create the universe as it was before. As it was before, Yatha Purvam, the word used is Yatha Purvam Nirmame. He began to do Nirman, he began to create Yatha Purvam, just like it was previously before the devastation. Remember, time is infinite in the Vedic understanding, and time is cyclical also. It is infinite, it keeps going on and on, but it is cyclical. Satya, Treta, Dwapar, Kali, Shrishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, these things are going on cyclically. Not that Shrishti, Sthiti, and then there is eternal Pralaya. No. After Pralaya, then there will be Shrishti, creation, maintenance, destruction, creation, maintenance, destruction, cyclical. Now, purport. At a certain time, the personality of Godhead, Karanodakashayi Vishnu, lies in the Karana ocean. Karanodakashayi Vishnu lies down in Karan Sagar, causal ocean, and produces many thousands of universes from his breathing. Hmm? Yesterday, last time, day before yesterday, the question was raised. Where are all these Brahmandas coming and lying on the causal ocean? Where are they coming from? They are coming from the breathing of Karanodakashayi Vishnu. And therefore, the Karan Sagar gets all these Brahmandas. So, from the breathing, Prabhupada is saying, at a certain time, the personality of Godhead Karanodakashayi Vishnu lies in the Karan ocean and produces many thousands of universes from his breathing. Then he enters again into each and every universe as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu and fills up each universe with his own perspiration. Narayan. Half. The other half of the universe remains vacant, and that vacant region is called outer space in the Brahmanda. The outer space is half the universe. The lower half of the universe is filled with Garbhodak ocean. That's where Earth had fallen when Varahadev rescued. Then the lotus flower sprouts from his abdomen, produces the first creature, Brahmaji. Then again, Shirodakshay, Prabhupada is writing, then again Shirodakshay Vishnu, the Lord, enters into the heart of every living entity, including Brahma. Like that. So now I request Shama Kishori Mataji to read verse number 18, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Sasarja Chaya Ya Vidyam Panchaparvanam Agratah Tamisram Andha Tamisram Tamo Moho Mahatamaha. Translation. First of all, Brahma created from his shadow the coverings of ignorance of the conditioned souls. They are 5 in number and are called Tamisra, Andhatamisra, Tamas, Moha, and Mahamoha.
This we have seen previously, remember? This verse
Yes.
previously, similar verse. 5 in number. So, purport. Mati, read the first sentence.
Conditioned souls or living entities who come to the material world to enjoy sense gratification are covered in the beginning by 5 different conditions.
So, Brahmaji, he is going to now place the jivas from the lotus. Lotus is the sum total of all the conditioned jivas, which means all of us. We were in that lotus. All Bhakti Vaibhava students, we were in that lotus. Packed together, all of us. First to come out was Lord Brahma. Now, Lord Brahma's seva, service, is to place all the jivas into different species based on their previous karma. Now, to be in the material world, one has to be in ignorance. Just like to watch a movie in the cinema hall, what is the prerequisite? You have to dim the lights. सिनेमा हॉल के अंदर अंधेरा होता है ना. Without the darkness, you cannot appreciate the silver screen in front. So similarly, to get illusioned in the material world, one needs covering of ignorance, avidya. So that Brahmaji creates. Because we purchase the ticket to watch the movie. Now, if someone says, I want to watch movie, but I don't want to sit in darkness, is it possible? No. You purchased a ticket to watch a materialistic movie. उसकी प्रक्रिया है कि आपको अंधेरे हॉल में बैठना पड़ेगा. You will have to sit in a dark room. Then you can appreciate the screen and watch the movie. Similarly, Krishna भूलिया से जीव अनादि बहिर्मुख अतएव माया तारे देह संसार दुख. माया हमें संसार में दुख क्यों देती है? क्योंकि कृष्ण भूलिया जीव अनादि बहिर्मुख. हम कृष्ण को भूल गए हैं और हम कृष्ण से अलग हो गए हैं. बहिर्मुख. कृष्ण सम्मुख नहीं है, बहिर्मुख हो गए. अतएव देयरफॉर माया तारे देह संसार दुख. माया हमें इस संसार में भौतिक जगत में दुख देती है क्योंकि हम भगवान कृष्ण को भूल गए. और अनादि, कृष्ण भूलिया से जीव अनादि बहिर्मुख. Anadi means our history of our involvement in karma cannot be traced back. It is Anadi. See, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha Anadi. Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Lord Govinda is also Anadi, and our forgetfulness of Govinda is also Anadi. Mahaprabhu says in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, this is Mahaprabhu speaking this verse. Krishna bhuliya sei jiv anadi bahirmukh. So one should not say that we fell from the spiritual world. Can I make all of you hear one short clip? I cannot share it on YouTube. Otherwise, on Zoom, YouTube Live, otherwise they will put a objection. So I'll play it on my phone. Listen carefully, okay, everybody? चलो राधा गोविंद महाराज.
लोग सोचते हैं कि हम भगवान के धाम में थे और वहां से हम गिरे हैं. जब माया वहां पहुंच ही नहीं सकती, कैसे गिरेंगे? हम गए नहीं थे, यह सत्य है. हम अनादि बहिर्मुख हैं इसी जगत में ही। तो इस यह जगत माया का राज्य है, वो पकड़ती है, परंतु उन्हीं लोगों को पकड़ती है जो जीव भोग वांछा करते हैं। जो भी दुख देती है माया, इसका उद्देश्य है कि इस जीव को होश आ जाए, वो विश्व कॉन्शियस हो जाए। बहुत मूर्खता है। लोग सोचते हैं कि हम भगवान के धाम में थे और वहां से हम गिरे हैं।
तो राधा कोई महाराज से बहुत मूर्खता है सोचना कि हम भगवान के धाम में थे और वहां से गिरे। भगवान के धाम से कोई गिरता नहीं है। So repeatedly our Acharya Srila Prabhupada also so many purports I have showed you where Prabhupada says that therefore the conclusion is no one falls from Vaikuntha. So this we have to understand. So when the Jeev who has never been in Vaikuntha, who has never been with Krishna, we have always been in the cycle of Vishnu, the Purush avatar of Vishnu, Karanadakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu, which are in the Tatastha region. There is the Paravyom, the Chid Jagat, under the Antaranga Shakti. There is the Bahiranga Shakti, where there is the Achid Jagat, the material world. And then in the Tathastha region, there are the Purusha incarnations, Karanodakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu, who themselves are completely spiritual. They are Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they are dealing with the material world. So they are at the junction of the spiritual world and the material world. And it is this Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, from whom we come. Not that we were in the Paravyoma Vaikuntha planets and we fell from there. That is not the proper understanding. So now when the Jiva, who is Anadi Bahirmukh, Krishna bhuliya se hi जीव भोग वांछा करे, निकटस्थ माया तारे झापटी आधारे. Sri Jagadananda Pandit in Prem Vivarta writes this, and Maharaj was referring कि जो भोग वांछा करते हैं उन्हें ही माया ग्रस्त कर लेती है, माया पकड़ लेती है. So now these avidya, ससर्ज छाया avidyam, pancha, 5 varieties of avidya are created. So Mataji, you can read now.
Yes. The first condition is a covering of tamisra or anger. Constitutionally, each and every living entity has minute independence. It is misuse of that minute independence for the conditioned soul to think that he can also enjoy like the Supreme Lord, or to think, why shall I not be a free enjoyer like the Supreme Lord? This
When
forgetfulness
we consider ourselves Purush, that is when all the problems start. Yes, Mataji.
This forgetfulness of his constitutional position is due to anger or envy. The living entity, being eternally a part and parcel servitor of the Supreme Lord, can never by constitution be an equal enjoyer with the Lord. When he forgets this, however, and tries to be one with him, his condition is called tamisra. Even in the field of spiritual realization, this tamisra mentality of the living entity is hard to overcome.
Okay. Everybody understanding? So raise your hand and explain what is the meaning of Tamisra. Who understood? Yes, Mukta Sangha Prabhu.
He who wants to be enjoying like how the Lord does.
Correct. Perfect. Anybody who wants to become an enjoyer. Purush. Purush means enjoyer. Prakriti means enjoyed. We are Prakriti. Krishna is Purush. But when we forget Krishna and we think, I want to enjoy, Krishna, Bahirmukh Jeev, Bhoga Vancha Kare. When we do Bhoga Vancha, Nikatastha Maya Tare, Jhapati Adhare, then we are covered by this one type of ignorance, avidya, called as Tamisra. Who can tell me that verse from Srimad Bhagavatam where Prahlad Maharaj tells this Tamisra? Matirna Krishne Paratasvato va
People.
Mitho Bhipadaye Tagraha. vratanam adanta gobhir vishatam tamisram punah punascharvita charvananam. When adanta gobhir, our senses are uncontrolled, then vishatam tamisram, we go into the state of tamisra. It's also a hell, and it is a state of consciousness also where we want to enjoy. Our senses are uncontrolled. So read Mataji. So this is very good. You can go to the next paragraph, Andhata Misra.
Another Tamisra involves considering death to be the ultimate end. The atheists generally think that the body is the self and that everything is therefore ended with the end of the body. Thus, they want to enjoy material life as far as possible during the existence of the body.
Who is the philosopher who preached this? Raise your hand. Prabhupada used to quote. Yes, Sharanagat Mataji.
Is it Charvak?
Yes, he used to say कि जो भी है, just
Hmm.
beg, borrow, steal, drink he, lead a good life. King of good times. Just enjoy life. Don't worry. So that is called Andhata Misra. You just want to enjoy and you think, bas, with death everything will be finished. Don't worry about law of karma. Just enjoy in this life. Okay, now let's go to the next. So let me read the next paragraph. This Andha Tamisra ignorance is due to tamas. So what are the five things? If we look at the verse, there is Tamisram, Andha Tamisram, Tamaha, Tamas, Moha, Moha, and Maha, Tama. So now we are talking about the third one, Tamas. The condition of not knowing anything about the spirit soul is called tamas. That darkness where our knowledge is only body deep, grows body deep. We don't know that there is soul within. This material world is also generally called tamas because 99% of its living entities are ignorant of their identity as soul. Really think of it. How many people in their office believe that I am a soul? You know? Just think about it. So majority people are not on the level of spirit. They are on the level of the material plane. So that is tamas, third thing. Misguided by this misconception, one always thinks this is my body and anything in relationship to his body is mine. Aham and mama. Janasya mohoyam aham mameti. As these attachments increase, moha or the illusion of the bodily concept of life also increases. Moha means illusion. Thus, the idea that I am this body and everything belonging to this body is mine also increases. When this moha increases. And then what happens? Mahamoha means to be mad after material enjoyment. Mahamoha means to become literally mad after material enjoyment. How people can kill somebody for some money. If you think of it, what can that money get you? Some comfort, some items, some articles, some food, some clothes. And for that, you are willing to take somebody's life. It happens all too often in this world. That is called Mahamoha, madness for material enjoyment. Especially in this age of Kali, everyone is overwhelmed by the madness to accumulate paraphernalia for material enjoyments. Like that. And then Srila Prabhupada. So that is Mahamoha. And Moha means considering this body as me and things connected to this body as mine. Janasya Mohayam Aham Mameti. So text number 19. Yes, Shama Kishori Mataji, please read text 19 and the translation. So now Brahmaji created these five types of avidya. Okay, you can unmute now, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. thank you. Visarjatmanah kayam nabhinandam stamomayam jagruryaksha rakshamsi ratrim kshutrit samudbhavam. Out of disgust, Brahma threw off the body of ignorance, and taking this opportunity, Yakshas and Rakshasas sprang for possession of the body, which continued to exist in the form of night. Night is the source of hunger and thirst.
So now the process of secondary creation will be described. How Brahmaji started creating everything. So it is little different from what we experience in this world. But just because something is not according to our experience doesn't mean that it is not possible. Go back 300 years. If anyone 300 years ago would have told somebody that 300 years from now, devotees will be sitting in America and India, and in real time, they will be able to see each other, they'll be able to talk in real time, even though they are so far away. They can see each other just on this little screen. Here, in everything in real time. It would have been inconceivable. Even 100 years ago, nobody would have believed that this is possible. But now it has become the norm. We do it. Thank you very much, dear devotee. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, and I will shut the computer without a second thought. It has become a norm. This 200 years ago would have made headlines. Such a Zoom call happened. Srimad Bhagavatam was read on an international platform, and Radha Gopinath Prabhu joined from Canada. But now it is the norm. So just because something is beyond our experience doesn't mean it is not possible. So with that understanding, let's continue to read. Yes, Mataji.
Tridbhyam upasrishtaste tam jagdhum abhidudhruvu ma rakshastainam chakshadvam iti uchu kshutrid arditaha. Overpowered by hunger and thirst, they ran to devour Brahma from all sides and cried, "Spare him not, eat him up."
So Brahmaji first created this body of avidya, 5 types of avidya. He was disgusted, he cast it. But the yakshas and rakshasas, they took possession of that body. And an effect of that ignorance, tama body, avidya was night. So night represents tama, darkness. Then um, also night produces hunger and thirst. So tormented by hunger and thirst, these yakshas and rakshasas, they ran behind Brahmaji to eat him up. Hare Krishna. So Mataji, read the purport.
Present types of the yakshas and rakshasas still exist in some countries of the world. It is understood that such uncivilized men take pleasure in killing their own grandfathers and holding a love feast by roasting the bodies.
So this refers to some tribes that are cannibalistic in their practices. Okay, Mataji, you can read the 21st verse now.
Devastan aha samvigno mam jakshata rakshata aho me yaksha rakshamsi prajayuyam babhuvitha. Brahma, the head of the demigods, full of anxiety, asked them, "Do not eat me, but protect me. You are born from me and have become my sons. Therefore, you are yakshas and rakshasas."
Hmm. So Brahmaji is pleading with his own byproducts, his own sons, yakshas and rakshasas, that you are produced of me. I am your father. Don't eat me. But they were saying, eat him. Don't spare him. Brahmaji was saying, don't eat me. Spare me. He was pleading with them. And he gave them the name yakshas and rakshasas. So These demons born from the body of Lord Brahma were called Yakshas and Rakshasas. The ones who said that he should be eaten were called Yaksha. Those who said that eat Brahma, they are called Yaksha. And those who said that Brahmaji should not be spared, they are called Rakshasas. The two Yakshas and Rakshasas are original creation by Brahma. And Prabhupada says the uncivilized people are their representatives. They are born in the mode of tamaha, mode of ignorance. Okay, text 22, please, Mataji.
देवता प्रभयाया दिव्यन् प्रमुखतो असृजत् ते आर्षोर्देवयन्तो विसृष्टां तां प्रभामः. He then created the chief demigods who were shining with the glory of goodness. He dropped before them the effulgent form of daytime, and the demigods sportingly took possession of it.
So from Brahmaji, night was created. Yakshas, Rakshasas were created who took charge of night, which produces ignorance, hunger, thirst, Trishna. And then Brahmaji produced the Devatas. They were shining, they were full of mode of goodness, which brings enlightenment, and therefore they took possession of daytime. So Devatas are in possession daytime, Yakshas, Rakshasas are in possession of the night time. Prabhupada says in the purport, demons were born from the creation of night and demigods were created day. Yakshas and Rakshasas are born in the quality of ignorance, tama, and demigods are born in the quality of goodness, sattva. Mataji, 23, please.
देवो देवान् जघनथः सृजति स्माति लोलुपान् त एनं लोलुप तया मैथुनाया विपेदिरे.
So I will
Lord,
read now. So 23 verse, it is being described that Deva, Brahmaji, Adeva. Adeva means the demons, like Sur, Asur. So Brahmaji gave birth to the Adevas, the demons. Adeva means demons. Lord Brahma then gave birth to the demons. From where? Jagannatha, from his buttocks. And these Adeva, the demons, they were very fond of sex. Ati Lolupan. Ati Lolupan. They were too much excessively fond of sex. Because they were
using a bad word. Sorry, bro.
नहीं Krishna Govinda. So because they were like that, they Maithunaya, they approached. So all of you can read this and understand it. So Mataji, just read the Sanskrit 24.
ततो हसन् स भगवान् असुरैर्निरपत्रपै अन्वीयमानस्तरसा क्रुद्धो भीतः परापतत्.
So all of you can read this in detail, the purports, they are important. The translation is the worshipful Brahma, Lord Brahma, first laughed at their stupidity, that they were chasing after him only for copulation. So Brahmaji thought, what, this is ridiculous. He started laughing at their stupidity, but then seeing that they were actually serious, finding their shamelessness, the Asuras were closing in on him. Brahmaji grew indignant, angry, and then he ran in great haste out of fear. So first he laughed, this cannot be true. Then there was anger at them. How dare they do it to their father? And then there was fear that they are so many, they seem powerful, they're all coming at me at once. Brahmaji ran. He ran in fear. Yes, Mataji.
स उपव्रज्य वरदम् Prapannarti haram harim anugrahaya bhaktanam anurupatma darshanam.
Very
He,
beautiful.
he
Anugrahaya bhaktanam. For the sake of showing mercy to the devotee, Anurup, he takes suitable form, and Atma Darshanam, he manifests himself. Very beautiful Siddhanta. That to give pleasure to the devotee, Krishna takes many forms. Earth was lost, nobody knew where she is. Somebody has to find her. Susu karoti iti sukar. He sniffed Varade, earth, found her and brought her. No species created by Brahma can kill me. No animal can kill me. No human being can kill me. No weapon can kill me. It comes as Narsimhadev. Anugrahaya Bhaktana. So this is very important. So Mata, you read the translation.
he approached the personality of Godhead who bestows all boons and
So
who
Krishna is called the bestower of all boons. In this verse, Krishna is called Varadam. Varadam. Varadraj. Means Krishna who likes to give blessings to his devotees. When Bhagwan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was offering benedictions to Kolavacha Sridhar, Sridhar was repeatedly saying, I don't want anything, I don't want anything. And Mahaprabhu was saying, no, you ask because I like to give benedictions. I am Varadraj, Varadam, I like to give. So Krishna is called the bestower of boons on the devotees. So he's Varadam. Yes, Mataji, please read.
and who dispels the agony of his devotees and of those
Very
who take.
important. Prapanna Arti Haram. How is Lord Hari? Sarva Amangala Hare Iti Hari. He is Prapannarti. Prapanna means one who has surrendered to Krishna. Prapannam Pahi Govinda. Draupadi Devi prayed in Kuru Sabha. Prapanna Pahi Govinda. O Krishna, I am surrendered to you. Pahi Mam. Please maintain me. Please take care of me. Prapanna. I am surrendering to you. So, Prapanna, those who are surrendered to Krishna, Arti, their sufferings, Haram. Krishna removes the sufferings, Arti, distress, Arti, of those who are Prapanna, those who have taken shelter. This is how our Lord Hari is. Very beautiful, na? Prapanna Arti Haram Hari. Yes, Father, please read.
And of those who take shelter of his lotus feet. He manifests his innumerable transcendental forms for the satisfaction of his devotees.
Anugrahaya Bhaktanam Anurupa Atma Darshanam. This verse is superb, beautiful. This is how our Krishna is. Sa Upavrijya Varadam Prapannarti Haram Harim Anugrahaya Bhaktana Anurupatma Darshanam. Beautiful. Amrit Gauranga Mataji, you want to sing this verse? Such a beautiful verse describing Krishna's qualities.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Saupavrijya Varadam Prapannartiharam Harim Anugrahaya Bhaktanam Anurupatma Darshanam.
Ajay Govind Prabhu?
He approached the personality of Godhead, who bestows all boons.
Any Sanskrit.
Oh, 26th one.
25th.
Okay, I'll read 25th. Sa uprajaya vardam prapannarthi haram harim anugrahaya bhaktanam anurupatma darshanam.
This is how Krishna is. He gives darshan to the devotee according to the bhav of the devotee to give mercy. Purport. Here the words Bhaktanam Anurupa Atma Darshanam mean that the personality of Godhead manifests his multi forms according to the desires of the devotees. For example, Shri Hanumanji, Vajrangaji, Bajrangbali, wanted to see the form of the Lord as personality of Godhead Ramachandra, whereas other Vaishnavas want to see the form Radha Krishna. Still, other devotees want to see forms Lakshmi Narayana. Accordingly, Krishna manifests. Okay. So now, further down, Mataji, can you, Shama Kishore, can you read from similarly the Gaudiya Vaishnava loves? Prabhupada's heart is revealed.
I'm trying to find it, Prabhuji.
It's almost at the very bottom.
Okay.
Similar.
Similarly, the Gaudiya Vaishnav loves the forms of Radha and Krishna and Rukmini at Dwarka. The words Bhaktanam Anurupatma Darshanam mean that the Lord is always pleased to favor the devotee in the particular form in which the devotee wants to worship and render service unto him.
What form did Kolavija Sridhar want? Sannyasi Swarup?
Oh,
The boy who came
Nimai.
and argued the cost of bananas, that form. And in Mahaprakash Lila we see Mahaprabhu is showing different darshans to different devotees. For Kolavija Sridhar, it was Krishna Balram because he is in Sakha Bhav. For Ramananda Rai, who is Vishaka Sakhi, he showed Radha Krishna. Murari Gupt, he showed Sitaram. Like that. Read Mataji, please.
In this verse, it is stated that Brahma approached Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This form of the Lord is Shirodakshai Vishnu.
Which form
When
does Brahmaji approach when he's in need of help?
Shirodakshai Vishnu.
Yes, Mataji. Whenever.
Whenever there is some trouble and Brahma has to approach the Lord, he can approach Shirodakshai Vishnu. And it is the grace of the Lord that whenever Brahma approaches about disturbances in the universe, the Lord gives him relief in so many ways.
Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mrida Yanti Yuge Yuge. So Indrari Brahmari. Indrari, then Indra goes to Brahmaji with his distress. Generally, these demons cannot harm Brahmaji. Ravan, Hiranyakashipu, they were powerful, but they never bothered Shankar Bhagwan and Brahmaji. But they trouble Indra, and then Indra goes to Brahmaji, and then Brahmaji goes to Shirodakshai Vishnu, like that. Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yute Ete Cham Sakala Pumsa Krishnastu Bhagwan. Different incarnations Krishna will take. Original incarnation, original form is Krishna. Govindam Adi Purusham. Sarvakarana Karanam. Okay, so now we are almost time is up. So let's continue from verse number 26 next time. Okay, so we'll stop here. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur. Hari Bol. So Upavrajya Varadam. Krishna is Varadam. So we should approach him. Upavrajya means we should go near Krishna. Prapanna Arti Haram. Harim. How is Lord Hari? He removes the distress of those who are surrendered. Shadanga Sharanagati Hoibe Jahara Tahara Prarthana Shune Shrinanda Kumara. Shad Anga Sharanagati Hoibe Jahar Tahar Prarthana Shune Shrinanda Kumar. Anugrahaya Bhaktanam Anurupatma Darshanam. Anugrahaya Bhaktanam Anurupatma Darshanam. He gives us darshan just according to the desire of the devotee, how he wants to worship. Who can give me some example of this? Shri Gopal Bhatta Goswami. He had Shaligram Shila, then he was happy worshipping. But when he saw Rupa Goswami worshipping Govindaji, when he saw Sanatan Goswami worshipping Madan Mohanji, and then a devotee came and donated some dresses turbans, flute, bracelets, ankle bells, nupur. My Shaligram ji, how can I offer all these to my Shaligram Bhagwan? Oh, I wish Shaligram Bhagwan appeared as Tribhanga Dhari Krishna. Tribhanga Sundaram Nakhadyuti Sudhakaram Amulya Ratna Bhushanam Namami Nandanandanam. And then Shaligram Bhagwan appeared as Shri Radha Raman. Anugrahaya Bhaktanam Anurup Atma Darshanam. That is the meaning. So we'll stop here. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Shamchandra Prabhu, and then Kamal Gopika Mataji, and then Shama Kishori Mataji, and then Amrit Gaurangi Mataji.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
Dandavat Pranam. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu, for such a wonderful class, as usual. Prabhu, you had given me a homework, if you remember, 2 questions for which I had to do some research. So I'm
Yes.
ready with the answer.
Yes, please
So
go
the first question was asked by me only, in which I had asked whether whether all the, that is from the false ego, we know there are 3 components, Sattva, Rajo, and Tamas. And since Rajas is predominant, whether all the elements are emanating out of the Rajas tune. So, Prabhu, this I got the answer based on the reference of Subodhini. So, there's a beautiful explanation of all that in 2.5 point from 25 to 31.
Hmm.
So, where it says that from Tamas portion, only the ether, that is sky, and the sound are produced. Then from the contamination with time, air, which is touch and sound, are produced. And then again with the contamination of time, fire, form, that is fire and then which has got form, touch and sound are produced. Then from that, water and earth are also produced. And from the goodness, mind and the 10 demigods which are controlling the movements are produced. And from the rajas, the 10 sense organs are produced. So this is explained, Prabhu, that so which component of the false ego is responsible for which element, that is explained here in 2.5.25 to 31, Prabhu. So this is clear.
Superb, yeah. Thank you.
And there was a question asked by one Mataji, I forgot her name. Last time she was there, no? I forgot her name.
Yeah.
So she had asked about this. That is, there was a mention about the shiny egg lying in the
Karan
in Karnasagar, whereas we have understood that they are being held by
Ananta
the Anantasesh, right? So I had referred this to Praneshwar Prabhu.
Very good.
Pavaneshwar Prabhu. So Pavaneshwar Prabhu has given me 3 audios. Can I play those audios, Prabhu? Because it's very nice to hear from him directly.
Yes.
So my question to him was, in 3:20:15, it is mentioned that over 1,000 years, the shiny egg lay on the waters of causal ocean in lifeless state. However, we also read in that multiple universes emanated from the pores of Karnodaksha Vishnu, and these shining eggs were being held on the hoods of Anantasesh. So how to understand this perfectly? So his audio is this, Prabhu. I'm just playing the audio now.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. Hope all of you are doing well, and Amarendra Poo also doing well. So, regarding the question you asked, all the universes which appeared in their seed form as Pradhana, by glancing upon Pradhana by Mahavishnu, the Pradhana produces the 24 elements, and then eventually by glancing upon the 24 elements, Mahavishnu combines all of them. From that combination, there appears unlimited Brahmandas. And all those Brahmandas are nothing but empty golden shells. Inside is all empty. Outside there is only covering consisting of 7 layers. The layers of earth, water, fire, air, ether, ahankara, and mahatattva. So this empty golden eggs, Brahmandas or Hiranyandas, they are all floating on the Karana ocean for Sahasra Parivasaram, for 10,000 celestial years. And then Karanodakshaya Vishnu, expanding himself as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, enters into each and every universe. And then creates Garbhodaka ocean, ether, sky, lotus, Brahma, so many things happen afterwards. So it is the Brahmandas, empty Brahmandas are all floating on the causal ocean for 10,000 celestial years. And no Anantashesha is holding these Brahmandas on his hoods. Anantashesha is inside each and every Brahmanda, holding the Bhumandala on his hoods. So Srila Prabhupada many times, instead of technically explaining what is Bhumandala and instead of using the term Bhumandala, even though the shloka might be saying Bhumandala, Srila Prabhupada writes that Shesha is holding the universe on his hoods, like that. That is because Prabhupada does not want to get into so technical details for the people all over the world who may not be so much familiar with Bhumandala, all these things. He just keeps it simple and writing universe. So that's how we have to understand Prabhuji. But actually, to be technically speaking, Shesha is inside the Brahmanda holding the Bhumandala and his hoods, so that the Bhumandala does not sink into Garbhodaka ocean. But the entire universe, consisting of 14 planetary systems inside and 7 layers outside, is floating on the causal ocean. But at this point of time, it was floating for 10,000 celestial years lifelessly. Then Garbhodakshaya enters into it as Paramatma and then gives life to it. And then all the other activities are happening. Hare Krishna. Dandatpranam.
So then I sent him a follow-up question on that. I wrote to him that you have explained that all the universes appeared in the seed form as Pradhan. And then Mahavishnu glanced over the Pradhan to produce the 24 elements. And later he glanced over the 24 elements to produce unlimited Brahmand or empty golden shells by the combination
Prabhuji,
of...
once again. Prabhuji, so what we discussed yesterday, this answer is perfect. It clearly explains what is
There
the
is further
position.
some explanation.
Huh?
There is further some there is more explanation to that.
Yeah, so what we can do, Prabhuji, what we can do, these you can share on the group, so we can, because there are 2 more questions and it's getting really late. So,
Okay.
but what was discussed in Bhagavatam yesterday, day before yesterday, that Pavaneshwar Prabhu has explained beautifully. Now we understand where is Anantashesh and how these Hiranyandas are floating on the causal ocean. So remaining discussion you can share on the group, Prabhuji. So everybody can hear. All 3 you can share so that we can all.
Okay. I'll forward it to you because I think we cannot
Yeah.
send forward to you, then
Forward
maybe you
to
can.
me or Ajay Govind Prabhu and we will share it on the group. So everybody can have it. But
Thank
thank
you,
you so much, Prabhuji, for the research and it is very helpful. And that Subodhini also, if you can take a photo and send, then I will put that on the group. So that also is very nicely explained how from all the 3 modes, different items are coming out. Sattva, Rajas, Tama. That was very nice question and very nicely explained in Subodhini. So thank you, Shamchandra Prabhu. We'll quickly take 2 more questions. Hare Krishna. So Kamal Gopika Mataji and then Shama Kishori Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Prana. Very nice class, Prabhuji. Just a small question, Prabhuji. Where the Kshirodakshai Vishnu he lie down? Because as you said that Brahma.
Kshirodakshai Vishnu lies down on the Vaikuntha planet, Prapanchik Vaikuntha planet in Shir Sagar on Lord Anantashesh. There is
where it
another form. So that is the Prapanchik Vaikuntha planet in each Brahmanda. In this our Brahmanda, it is called the Dhruv Lok. Every universe, every Brahmanda, there is a Vaikuntha planet. And on that Vaikuntha planet, Kshirodakshai Vishnu lies down on the ocean of milk, Shir Sagar. Okay?
Okay, Prabhu. So in our universe, it is a Dhruv planet.
In our particular Brahmanda, Dhruv Maharaj attained that Prapanchik Vaikuntha planet. So that is renamed as Dhruv Lok in our universe. But every universe has its own spiritual planet inside the Brahmanda. And it is called Prapanchik because when the material universe is annihilated, that spiritual planet in the material world, it becomes Antardhan. It disappears, doesn't get destroyed, becomes unmanifest. Like that. But it's a spiritual planet. On that, Kshirodakshai Vishnu lives. in the Shir Sagar, in the milk of ocean.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
lies down in another form of Anantashesh on that Shir Sagar.
Hmm.
Another form is in the Garbhodaka ocean, sustaining the universe. So like that.
So three type of the Shesh Naga. No? One Kshirodakshai Vishnu is lying down, then another Garbhodakshai Vishnu is lying down, and then Kshirodakshai Vishnu is lying down.
Kshirodakshai Vishnu lies down on Anantashesh. Garbhodakshai Vishnu is I don't know about Garbhodakshai Vishnu Mataji, but Kshirodakshai Vishnu lies down on Anantashesh Bhagwan. And Mahavishnu, who is also called as Karanodakshai Vishnu, I don't know about Anantashesh in that Leela.
Because Garbhodakshai Vishnu, it shows the picture, na, Prabhu, that he is lying
Yeah,
down on
he's
the
lying
bed
down.
and lotus flower is sprouting from
Yeah,
his navel.
correct. Yeah, I have seen that. And I don't know if that is just a representation or it is factually so. So Garbhodakshai Vishnu lies down on the Garbhodaka Sagar, which is his own perspiration. And then from the from the navel comes the lotus, and it has the 14 planetary systems in it. And on top is Brahmalok. Brahmaji sits on top of the lotus. Now these 14 planetary systems, everything, it is sustained by Anantashesh, Bhagwan, and in the Garbhodak ocean. And Anantashesh Bhagwan is supported by Kurmadev. Kurmadev is below Anantashesh. This is in the Garbhodak Sagar. In Kshirodakshai Vishnu avatar, Anantashesh Bhagwan lies down on the ocean of milk, and Kshirodakshai Vishnu is lying down on Anantashesh Bhagwan, and Lakshmi ji is doing Charan Seva. That is in the Prapanchik Vaikuntha planet, the planet of Kshirodakshai Vishnu. And then Mahavishnu, also known as Karanodakshai Vishnu, I don't know whether Lord Anantashesh is there also or not. Okay, Mataji?
Okay, thank you.
Last question, Shama Kishori Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you very much for the very nice class. Prabhuji, is this Prapanchik Vaikuntha also called Shweta Dweep?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
And even Golok Vrindavan in Paravyoma, the highest planet, that is also called Shvetadvip sometimes. Like in Brahma Samhita, it is called Shvetadvip. So both are called Shvetadvip, but yes, it is called Shvetadvip because it is the ocean of milk.
Yes. So, Prabhuji, my question was about this audio that you played, and I think we have discussed this in the past that we did not fall from Vaikuntha. But then there is this question about the fairness of it, that means we have always been conditioned. So at some point we would have made a choice, right, to become Bahirmukh to Krishna. So before making that choice, why were we not on an equal plane with the other Nitya Siddhas, or why were we always with Mahavishnu, and why are some people always in Vaikuntha?
So the Nitya Siddhas who are always in Vaikuntha, they are the product of Antaranga Shakti, internal potency of Krishna. So they are naturally fully Krishna conscious and they are naturally Siddha. Now, as far as we are concerned, the marginal jivas, Tatastha Shakti, जीवेरा स्वरूप है कृष्णेरा नित्यदास कृष्णेरा तटस्था शक्ति भेदा भेद प्रकाश वी आर डिफरेंट बट वी आर ऑल्सो नॉन डिफरेंट फ्रॉम कृष्ण क्वालिटेटिवली भेदा भेद प्रकाश अचिंत्य भेदा भेद तत्व सो वी आर अ स्पेशल मैनिफेस्टेशन ऑफ कृष्णा's potency called the tatastha shakti marginal potency where due to misuse of our independence we have chosen to be in samsara. So that's why we cannot be on equal footing with the Nitya Siddhas because Nitya Siddhas are products of the Antaranga Shakti. They are a different class in themselves. Devotees like Rupa Manjari, Lalita Sakhi, Vishakha Sakhi, Shridam, Sudam, Yashoda Maiya, Nanda Baba. No matter how much Vatsalya bhajan we do in this world, but we can never become Yashoda or Nanda Baba in Golok Vrindavan. It is not possible. We can become their assistants. their servants. Or we can become elder Gopa Gopis in Golok Vrindavan and have friendship with Yashoda and love for Krishna. But we cannot become Yashoda, Nanda. They are the Ragatmika Bhaktas. And we can go up to Raganuga platform, following in their footsteps. But we cannot become Ragatmika Bhaktas. So they are the products of internal potency, and we are a different energy of Krishna altogether, called Tatastha Shakti. And Tat means there's a choice. We can be here or we can be there. And we chose to be in samsara. So we are in samsara because Krishna does not interfere with our independence. And Krishna still comes again and again to remind us of our spiritual identity. So we can take shelter of the Antaranga Shakti. Mahatmanastvam Partha Daivi Prakriti Ashrita. Bhajante Ananya Manaso Nyatra Bhudadimapaya. To make that happen, Krishna comes and connects us with the Antaranga Shakti, Daivi Prakriti, Chit Shakti, like that. And if you really look at it from a spiritual point of view, and 11th canto Srimad Bhagavatam also explains, this is not really Krishna's cruelty or anything like that. It is just effect of our free will, misuse of free will. And from a purely spiritual point of view, there is no suffering for the soul. Ajo nityam shashvatayam puranam nahanyate hanyamane sharir. Yes, the jiva apparently is suffering in this world, but from a strictly spiritual perspective, there is no change in the jiva. He is never born, aja. He never dies, nitya. He is eternally spiritual. Ajo nitya shashvato yam purano. He is eternally like that, always. So there is no suffering for the soul, but because we identify with the body, we experience the suffering. For example, in a sleep, in a dream, we may dream that I have got cancer. We may dream that I am going for surgery. We may dream that I am going for chemotherapy. And then when the dream breaks up, we wake up, oh, everything is fine. It's just a normal Thursday, like that. There is no cancer, there is nothing. But when we are having the dream, we experience the anxiety. We may wake up in a sweat. We may wake up feeling very depressed, very disturbed, very anxious. So the experience is there, but actually it has nothing to do with reality. Similarly, the jiva may become old in this world. A jiva may die. A jiva may get robbed, get raped, get murdered, get cancer, be victim of terrorist attack. But from a strictly spiritual point of view, if we look at it like a Arya, like a Dhira, not Anarya, like Krishna is chastising Arjun, don't be Anarya and don't be Adhir. Dhira Satra Namuhyati. If we look at from the point of view of a Pandit, a Dhir, Arya, then we can see that actually there is no suffering. And 11th canto uses this analogy of Swapna, Vat. It is like a dream. All our suffering in this world. And the mercy of the Guru is that the Guru wakes us up from this nightmare. Otherwise, we'll continue to suffer in the nightmare. The jiva can never suffer because the jiva is spiritual. Ishwar ansha jiva avinashi chetana amala sahaja sukharashi. Ajo nitya shashvatayam purana nahanyate hanyamane sharire. So, mamay amsha, jiva loka, jiva bhuta sanatan. So because the soul is spiritual and eternal, there can be no suffering for the soul. The soul cannot be cut to when nayanam chinnanti shastrani, nayanam dahati pavaka. The soul can really never suffer. Even if a proton bomb goes off right on the head of a person, ground zero, still there will be no damage to the soul. Nahanyate hanyamane sharire. Because soul is a different entity on a different platform called the spiritual platform. So, really, from a technical, philosophical point of view, nobody is suffering. But we experience suffering because of misidentification. with this material world. We think the material world is ours, and we think the spiritual world is imaginary. But when we realize that the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, is real, and this world is literally an illusion, like a dream, then we become Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Na shochati, na kankshati. Does that help, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, very nice explanation. Thank you. So, can we say that all conditioned souls have come from Prapanchik Vaikuntha?
No. The all conditioned souls, they come from Karanodakshaya Vishnu.
Who is in the Prapanchik Vaikuntha, right?
No, Shirodakshaya Vishnu is in Prapanchik Vaikuntha.
Okay.
So, the first Purusha is Karanodakshaya Vishnu, also called as Mahavishnu. From his breathing, the Brahmandas are coming. He is lying on Karan Sagar, and these eggshells, Hiranyanda, the Brahmandas are floating on this Karan Sagar. Now, a manifestation of Karanodakshaya Vishnu is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, who enters each and every Brahmanda, lies down on his own perspiration, Narayan. From his own perspiration, he lies down on water, which is his own bodily water, called Garbhodaka Sagar. And then from his navel comes the lotus. The stem of the lotus has the 14 planetary systems. Later on, Brahmaji will create. On top is Satyalok, Brahmalok. Brahmaji takes birth. One of the planets is Prakash of the Vaikuntha planets in the Paravyam, within the Brahmanda. It is there. And that is the abode of Shirodakashaya Vishnu. Karanodakshaya Vishnu on Karan Sagar. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu inside the Brahmanda on the Garbhodak ocean. And then among the 14 planetary systems, there is a Alaukik planet, which is a Prakash of the Vaikuntha planets of the spiritual world. And that is the Prapanchik. Prapanchik means Krishna Govind. Prapanchik means material world. Prapancha, Pancha Mahabhutani banlela, whatever is made of the 5 elements is called Prapancha. So it's material. Material world mein, there is a Vaikuntha planet. It is not made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. That Prapanchik Vaikuntha planet is Satchidananda. It is Chinmay. It is spiritual. And it is eternal. It is like Vaikuntha only. And there Shirodakshaya Vishnu lives. And he's served by his associates, Lakshmi ji. And when there is problem, Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge, then the demigods headed by Lord Brahmaji go to that bank of that Shir Sagar, ocean of milk, and they pray. And then Shirodakshaya Vishnu speaks to them. Like that. Is that okay?
So you're saying conditioned souls come from him, from Shirodakshaya
No,
Vishnu?
conditioned souls come from Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu or Karanodakshaya Vishnu, they are in his body. And when the Brahmandas are produced, then by his glance, he will impregnate those Brahmandas with all the Jivas. By his glance. So the Jivas, their resting place is Mahavishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu. Beyond Karanodakshaya Vishnu is Paravyoma.
Yes, so the question was, we have come from
Mahavishnu.
Prapanchik Vaikuntha, you said, no?
No, Prapanchik
Where are we?
Vaikuntha, very great devotees go, like Dhruv Maharaj. And they will go there. It is like Vaikuntha only, but they will associate with very great devotees. And then when the time for universal devastation takes place, this Prapanchik Vaikuntha planet becomes Antardhan. It disappears, not destroyed. It becomes Antardhan. And then those jivas from Prapanchik Vaikuntha, they can go to the Paravyam Vaikuntha, the spiritual world.
We have not come from Prapanchik Vaikuntha.
We have not reached Prapanchik Vaikuntha yet.
We have come from Mahavishnu, and our goal is to go back now.
And in Mahavishnu, we stay in a state of Nidra, in a state of unmanifested form, Avyakt. And when the impetus for creation is there, one of the 10 topics of Bhagavatam, then Mahavishnu through his glance will impregnate us into the Mahatattva, into the
Prabhuji, from Mahavishnu, can Nitya Siddhas also come, or only conditioned people come?
Only conditioned jivas dwell within Mahavishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, during the time of universal devastation. And when there is time for creation, those Baddha jivas only come out of Mahavishnu. The Nitya Siddhas come with Krishna.
Okay.
Like
Thank
Prabhupada
you.
came because Krishna sent. So they come directly from the spiritual world. They have nothing to do with Mahavishnu.
Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for clarifying. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry it went late.
No,
Hare
no,
Krishna.
Thank you, dear devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Krishna
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji.